For years, I ran a successful camper van hire business, but there was one problem. These cars, they've been sitting for years waiting for their chance. So I've made a huge decision. I've stepped away from the business to give these classics the time they deserve. Some of them are incredibly rare, some are icons, some, honestly, I'm not even sure can be saved. We'll start with this one then. You may remember about just over a year ago on my channel that I did an introduction video on this Renault 11 TXE. I have wanted one for ages, and so it's at last in the workshop. We've only done one job on it, so we're going to do the full recommission and restoration on this one. And you may remember in my video what I said about a Renault 11 TXE electronic. It's not an electronic because I've wanted one of them for years and I just can't find one. And lo and behold, I have one now. It has lots of issues. It's 40 plus years old, and it has some rust. It's not that bad, and the engine is seized, has a sunroof which has its own issues, and it came in boxes. All the bits and pieces are there, so I'm hoping everything's there. I'm fairly sure it is. It's not ideal to get a project in boxes because then you're not ever 100% sure you've got it, but that's part of the interest and the challenge. So the TXE electronic is a great reason for you to subscribe because that's going to be an epic project. Really, I'm so excited about it. Now, this car here is the same age as my son Kyle, who's pressing the buttons on the camera right now, and maybe send us a comment, let us know what you think this is. That's a very big clue.
And this is my project that we're doing right now. It's going to be a full colour change. I won't tell you what colour it is, and it's also going to be an engine swap too. And I'm learning with this car, so I don't know much. And we're also putting standalone engine management, which is a whole new world for both me and Dad behind the camera now.
We've got another couple of projects for my father-in-law actually. This one here, the main one, is a Mark V Ford Cortina 1982 on an X registration plate. It's a 2-litre Ghia, and he's pretty much had it all of the car's life, bar I think it's about the first year. Year. Okay, so he's had it since it's 1 year old, and that means it's 45 years in his ownership. That's quite incredible, quite an ownership story, and it's what you might call in pretty much barn find condition, although let's be honest, this is not a barn. Main challenge on this car, yeah, it's a full recommission. It's not a full restoration. He's done an awful lot of that himself. He's just wanted me to finish it off really. It has had a shunt in its life, and so I believe this here is not sounding like an awful lot of metal in it. Most of that's filler, and this gap is not great. So not quite sure how we're going to tackle that, but that's something to worry about later. But generally solid, really good interior, all the glass is there, there's nothing missing apparently. If there is, I'll tell you he's going to suffer. So we'll have a look at the front. So engine bay on the Cortina is in very nice condition. It has been repainted with a brush I think, and Robert has worked on the engine and we know it's good. So I mean it's a long way there, so hopefully this will be a very pleasurable recommission and finish off restoration. So yeah, stay tuned for this one, it's going to be really exciting. Okay, and project number 2 for Robert, my father-in-law, is this 2002 Rover 45 Impression S 2-litre diesel with a BMW engine. Cracking car with 40,000 miles on it, just needing a freshen up and a recommission. This is my 1968 Morris Mini Cooper. It's been in my home garage for quite a few years because I've been so horribly busy for so long. I have barely seen it in 10 years or so, but it's beautiful. I reshelled it, and actually while I was so busy it was outside for 2 winters, and I discovered that it was one of the doors wasn't sealing properly and it was all wet inside, and So I eventually managed to get it back in the garage, dried it out. This is nice and warm in here because I've got the boiler, so it's kind of saved it a bit. But the leather seats are at the workshop. They're lovely and clean, but we do need a bit of a recommission, a little bit of paint work, I think. So 1968 Mark II Cooper in a new shell, heritage shell. It was in Mini Magazine, featured in Mini Magazine. We'll post a link to the picture of it or so. And so we've got under the bonnet, it's mechanically a Cooper S. It's all new wiring and everything. I had a whole load of heartache with the engine on this. I actually sent it away. The only job I didn't do on this car was the engine and the gearbox rebuild, and that was the most trouble because the person who did it didn't give me the same engine back, and it was a Cooper S engine, so I was raging about that. However, we have spec'd it up to what it should be. So this one of the exciting projects. And we also have an obligatory barn find. Check what's behind me. A 90s, no it's not, it's late 80s, Renault 5 GT Turbo with a flip paint job. It's reasonably tidy, well not actually tidy, but all the things that are wrong with it are very fixable. So that could be a very interesting project. So yeah, stay tuned for this one too. So if you're liking the look of some of these projects, we'd love to see you in the comments, and we'd love to see you subscribe. Whoa. Let's see if there's any terminal rust anywhere. It's actually very good. Certainly needing this colour gone. I'm not a fan of that look. Well, yeah, it's needing a little bit of welding, but actually there's something falling off there. Let's have a look alongside, see if it's straight. Alright, back at the workshop now, and yeah, another Mini. We're going to do some similar stuff to Kyle's Mini. Not everything's going to be the same, so similar engine specifications, and we are going to be doing full colour change. So it's going to be an absolute beautiful car at the other end, but again, a lot of work. It's come from Japan, so it's a good solid non-rusty shell, but there are a couple of obvious things wrong with it, like this bit of damage and the damaged paintwork, but yeah, it's a great excuse to do a proper rebuild on it. Okay, another Mini, bear with me. It's a 2001 late Rover Mini Cooper MPI. That means it rusts. So it's going to be a challenging rebuild again, so expect to see me rebuild this shell and be reasonably faithful to its original specification. So that's everything for now. There's so many awesome projects, you're going to want to subscribe to see them coming along.